In Lebanon, where Israeli airstrikes have hit the capital Beirut, the strikes targeted a building in Dahia, a densely populated southern suburb. The Israeli army claims it hit an underground weapons depot. Earlier, Israeli forces threatened the residents of one specific building in the area, telling them to leave their homes or face bombing. The Lebanese Health Ministry reports at least 40 people have been killed in Israeli strikes across the country.
A lot has changed since Emmanuel Macron's meeting with Benjamin Netanyahu last year. Tensions had been brewing for the past few weeks, but on Tuesday their relationship turned particularly sour after the French president told his cabinet that the Israeli leader shouldn't forget his country was created through a UN decision and that now was not the time to disregard UN decisions. He's referring to the resolution adopted in 1947 on the plan to partition Palestine into a Jewish state and an Arab state. Netanyahu was quick to hit back, saying it wasn't a UN decision that established the State of Israel, but the victory that was achieved in Israel's war of independence, also making a jab at France's anti-Semitic past.
Earlier this week, Russian President Vladimir Putin submitted the Comprehensive Strategic Partnership Treaty to the Russian parliament's lower house to be ratified. Assuming North Korean leader Kim Jong-un did the same during the regime's parliamentary meeting last week, it further solidifies military ties between the two. And that was seen in criticism from the Kremlin over allegation that Seoul flew a drone over Pyongyang. According to Russian Deputy Foreign Minister Andrei Rudenko, South Korea's recent actions could be branded as provocations that undermine stability and heighten tensions on the Korean peninsula. He emphasized that if an act of aggression occurs against North Korea, all necessary measures will be taken in accordance with Russian or North Korean law, citing the treaty signed by the two leaders in June. This has further fueled reports by Ukrainian media outlets that North Korea sent 3,000 soldiers to fight alongside Russia in that conflict.
Russian attacks on Ukraine's south in recent days have killed at least 3 civilians and wounded dozens more. At least 1 person died and 23 were injured after Russian troops launched rockets at the Ukrainian city of Mykolaiv on Tuesday. A large fire broke out at a market because of heavy shelling, with damage recorded at an industrial facility, a residential building, and a retail and hospitality business.
Shockwaves are spreading in a major diplomatic standoff between Canada and India. Canada says it has credible evidence that the Indian government was involved in the killing of a Sikh separatist leader on Canadian soil last year. Hardeep Singh Najjar was killed in June of 2023 in the Canadian province of British Columbia. Canada says it identified a top Indian diplomat in connection with the killing and expelled him and other Indian officials earlier this week. India has rejected the accusations, expelling Canada's top envoy and 5 others in return.
Ten Indian flights received hoax bomb threats over 36 hours, causing disruptions and major inconvenience. These messages sent through social media and via email resulted in multiple emergency landings. An Air India flight between Delhi and Chicago was in fact diverted to Canada. The passengers of this flight were later ferried to their intended destination on a Canadian Air Force aircraft. Now, this Air India flight was among the 7 Indian flights that received threats via microblogging platform X on Tuesday. Apart from Air India, other Indian airlines like Indigo, SpiceJet, Akasa Air also faced disruptions when threats targeted their flights.